Qingdao Direct Steel Structure Company Limited.
Hello everyone, I'm Natalie. Welcome to join our live show.
Today, we'll take you to explore our factory.
It will take 1 hour for this live show. At first, we will introduce our company, and secondly, we will introduce our workshop, and at the end, we will ask you some questions. So at first, we will introduce our company. At first, our company is steel structure manufacturer. It was established in 1997, and we are located in Qingdao, Shandong Province.
说我们历史了吗？We have our factory have 23 years experience, and our factory is very large too. We have 2 office buildings and 4 workshops. The total area of our factory is about 50,000 square meters. Let's go to our workshops. From the process flow, we'll introduce the whole process sections. The first workshop is for steel structure. The second for printing, and the third for steel purlins, and the fourth for sandwich panels.
Okay, follow us to begin our first workshop. This is our workshop. It's our main workshop. The workshop will produce steel column and beam. We have all kinds of steel structures, like H-shaped steel structure, lattice structure, box column, and other section steel structures. All our steel products have 2 pass strict checks. All our products have 2 pass strict inspection and never allow unqualified products into next process.
Now we introduce the materials. The material for the steel structure is steel plate. That is our material. The steel plate comes from the bigger steel mills, such as Bao Steel and Shandong Steel. When we get the materials, we will have the qualified certificate. Before using the materials, we should carefully check the specifications, size, and the material if can meet the design request. The thickness of the steel plate is from 6 meters to 30 millimeters. And the strength is about 355 megapascal. When we carefully check the qualified the steel materials, and we will send to the next process. That is automatic cutting process. That's like that.
This is our cutting process. What you can see, the equipment is an automatic cutting machine. We have 2 lines for this cutting process. And this is high, very fast speed.
他刚才给我打，我没听见。
They use the flaming cutting method. It can cut the steel, the thickest steel, about 80 millimeters. The machine has high efficiency and fast speed. Okay, let's go to the next process. Assemble process.
Okay, let's see the next flow. The next flow is assembly steel. the, this machine to assemble the three panels to 8-second speed. Before assembly, we should carefully check the certificate of the cutted steel plate to ensure the dimension, the surface of the cutted steel plate is smooth and meet the design request. If the steel plate is seriously corrupting, the deruption treatment should be carried out. That is the cutted steel plate. We use the spot weld for ensure the three panels located in the right place. We call it the tag welding. The tag welding is the part of the formal weld. Okay. We will see the machine is the tag welding. Okay, we go this way to see the machine. Okay, let's see the machine. This is a dot weld to make sure the you can also make it into 8 sections. The distance between the spot weld is about 50 centimeter, 500 millimeter. The height of the tack of welding should be less than 2/3 of the main normal welding. We will carefully check the spot welded insect after assembly to ensure the dimension is in the middle in the middle of the steel frame. Okay, next process is the steel components process. That process is
All steel components are completed in this area. You can see different parts are placed neatly and marked. Four thin parts are cut by shearing cutting machine. This is the cutting shearing machine. It can cut the steel. This is about 12 millimeters. And for thick steel parts, we use the semi-automatic cutting machine. It's very flexible and accurate to operate, and it can cut many shapes. You can see this is the Tanzania steel pipe. But this is the different type to about 12 millimeters. This is for Nigeria steel pipes. That yellow machine are our CNC drilling machines. All it's our CNC drilling machines. All steel bolts for all steel holes for our high strength bolts and anchor bolts are completed by this machine. It has high speed and high efficiency. So to fix our steel frame can be fixed very well by both. The two yellow machines are also CNC drilling machines, and this is our steel component type. Okay, let's move on to the next process, automatic welding.
Next process is the automatic welding. After assembly, each section steel will fully welded by submerged arc welding. Our welders all pass the test of the welding. All the workers have a qualified certificate. This is the automatic machine. Okay. Let's see that. We will adjust the current and voltage according to the thickness of the steel plate. The welding wire is 4 millimeter. After welding, we will carefully check the welding seam to ensure that it is smooth that of wax. We have 5 automatic welding machines. One month we can weld 3,000 tons each section steel. That's 5 machines, all automatic welding machine. According to the design test, the primary and the second welding should be ultrasonic inspection to check the internal effects. This automatic welding machine is the same with that one. if there is a shortcoming for welding, it should be growed and repaired. Sometimes it should be welded again.
爸，酒在哪儿？酒正。
These workers to repair the welding. Sometimes at the beginning of the weld, they have a 10 millimeter gap to ensure all the welding is can meet the requirements. This is our another two automatic welding. This is more modern, little advanced in welding, and they can weld two seams at one time. We can see the welding can be two seams together at one time. That is fully welded. The surface. After the welding, the next process is printing.
During the welding process, there is a lot of heat will be generated. So the steel frame will be formed. This is our straightening machine. We have to correct the steel frame. This straighten the steel frame before they are installed. So you can see the straightening machine. It can straighten the steel up to about 60 millimeters. After the straightening, we have to measure the dimension and the verticality before they are installed. By the way, they also can use hot rolled steel to produce steel column and beam. It depends on different projects. For example, coffee houses usually they use hot rolled steel to produce steel and steel products. Okay, let's move on to the next process, secondary assembly.
This process, this process is assembly steel components. The steel components is according to the drawings. And first, they will need to draw the lines for the steel parts or connection panels on the 8-second steel. They will make a drawing and make the steel place at the right place. The datum line should be at the middle of the steel beam. They also dot welded and then full welded by minute. Before assembly the steel components, the steel components deformation should be adjusted. We will check all the components can meet the drawings. You can see the dotted assembly of the steel panels. Is also dot welded on it. After the assembly, the components uh, they will be fully welded by the manual welding. There are many steel components, such as bottom panel for anchor bolts or purlin panels for the connection panels. This is the beam connection between the columns. Okay, let's see. The next blow is manual welding. This area of assembly components area. Okay, let's see next process of the manual welding.
Manual welding is very common and basic welding technique. Um, this is our manual welding. welding weld quantity depends on the skill of our welders. So you can see the weld, the quantity and height. They use test weld welding technique. The wire diameter is about 1.2 millimeters, and high efficiency and high and fast.
So this process is slag removal. After manual welding, all the panels and the connector panels have welded on the H-beam. There should be remove the slag, batters, and the lumps to make the surface smooth. Surface smooth. After the rust removal, we'll go to the next process, sandblasting. It will remove all the rust on the surface of the steel plate, section. Yeah, also rust removal. This is our cinematic.
This machine can create a surface of sandblasting machine. This machine is used to clean the surface, the steel parts. You can see the steel shot. The steel shot diameter is 9.8 millimeter to 2 millimeter. It can achieve the rust removal. This machine is less pollution and low cost. After the shot blasting, the surface of the steel is clean, rough, and adherence is increased, so it can achieve the ideal surface finish SA2.5 high grade. It's very good rust resistance. After the short blasting, it will meet the need of the next process, painting. Let's go to the painting workshop.
After the sandblasting, the steel part surface should be surface treated. We have two kinds of surface treated methods. One is painting, the other is hot galvanized. Next, we go to the painting workshop.
Oh, I forgot one thing. Remember to follow us if you are interested in our steel products and have pending orders. Don't forget to contact us. We will contact you as soon as possible. Let's go to the next workshop.
Okay, welcome to see our live broadcast. If you can please order before the August 31st, we can give you a 1,000 US dollar discount. Please contact us and get the quotation according to your needs. Okay, let's go to the painting section. This workshop is our painting workshop. We have two kinds of paintings. One is zinc rich epoxy paint and alkyd paint. Before painting, we should be carefully check the steel plates after sandblasting. If there is a rust, or some wrecks on it, we should be removed it or sandblast it again. The painting is low cost than the hot galvanization. If your steel project is have a higher rust corrosion request or near to the seaside, which lets you use hot galvanized. The hot galvanization is a little more expensive than the painting. The temperature of the painting should be considered. Usually, it should be 4 Celsius degree to 38 Celsius degree. We use the painter's spray gun to paint it as like that. We should control the pressure of the spray gun and the distance between the gun noodle to the surface of the steel. We should control the speed of the painting. We usually paint 4 layers, twice primary, twice finish. This is primary painting. For the colors, we can use the different color according to customer request. This is a water-based paint. It is more environmental protection and also healthy, good to humans healthy. These are our materials for painting. After the painting, we should carefully check the surface of the painting to check there's no lack of painting, bubbles, and other wrecks. Okay, now we go to the next process.
Okay, you you have already finished the mainly processing workshop. Hope you are impressed. Okay, let's go to the next workshop. In this workshop, you will see our steel flooring deck, corrugated steel sheet, steel purlin, and flashing. Okay, let's begin with our steel floor deck.
Okay, the first process in this area is the steel deck. This is the steel deck material. This material is zinc coated steel. The thickness of the zinc layer is about 220 grams per square meter. And the thickness is from 0.8 millimeter to 1.2 millimeter. That's the machine for the steel deck. it is a cold road. We can produce 2,000 square meter steel decks per day. This is our products, steel deck. They have the high waves and high strength. The size of the deck is 720 type. Usually, the steel deck is fixed to the steel beam with the cheese steel duct. The thickness of steel duct is 16 millimeter. Use this the steel deck, they can save a lot of labors and steel materials. The steel deck is usually used the multi-layer steel buildings or high-rise steel buildings. For the mezzanine floor, it's fixed on beam and then concrete on it. Next process is steel purlin process.
This is our steel purlin process. We have 3 lines for processing of steel purlin. This is our C-section purlin. You can see the thickness of the steel purlin is from 1.5 millimeter to 3 millimeter. You can see the surface treatment are all galvanized, very good anti-corrosion. About the steel grade, steel purlin, the yield strength we have 235 and 345. The steel purlin is rolled by purlin machine with PLC control. So you can see this is our Z-section purlin. Z-section purlin is commonly used in the area with heavy wind speed and snow load. It's usually used in large span construction projects. For example, factories, industry sheds, exhibition hall, and so on. About the C-section purlins, is used in light steel structure buildings. It's very easy installation and low cost. You can see there are holes in steel purlins. We use the hole pre-punching hole technique for the steel purlins. During the process of steel purlin, the holes are pre-punched for next installation. With the holes, the steel purlin is easily installed on the steel column and beam. You can see the C-section purlin are all galvanized, very good anti-corrosion. About the quality control, we have quality control people to do the quality inspection to make sure the good purlin quality. Okay, let's move on to the next process, corrugated steel sheet.
Okay, next process is corrugated steel plate. That machine is our corrugated steel machines, 3 lines. That's the material for our corrugated steel plate. It comes from famous suppliers such as Bosch Steel, Yehui Steel, and some also come from Guangzhou Steel. This is cold rolled from the steel files. The thickness of the color steel files is 0.3 to 0.7 millimeters. They have different profiles. For the panels we use for wall and roof. For the roof panels, we have two kinds. One is concealed nailed panels. The other exposed nailed panels. Here is the sample of the corrugated steel plate. It is for roof. The advantage of the concealed nail panel is very good for rainwater proof. But the price is high because they have high waves, and the transport cost will a little high too. For the exposed nails panels, it is low cost and easy to connection, easy to installation. Here is also a roof panel. It is not a thermal insulation. If you want to use thermal insulation, it can be used together with the glass wool. In our building, you can see there is steel mass and aluminum foil, and then the glass wool. On top of that is the color steel. Okay. Next process is the flashing process. This is the processing flashing.
This is the flashing. Flashing is made of bending machine. Flashing is used for roof cladding, wall cladding, roof ridge, edge cover, and gutters, and so on. So what you can see is the roof ridge cladding. Roof ridge flashing is made from corrugated steel sheet. Same same thickness and the same color with the corrugated steel sheet. The main function of the flashing is waterproof and decoration. Okay, let's move on to the next workshop, sandwich panel.
Okay, our next process is produce sandwich panels. This is our sandwich panels machine. The sandwich panel made of two-layer color steel corrugated steel plate, and then in the middle, a thermal insulation. We have four kinds of sandwich panels. One is EPS sandwich panel, and fiberglass sandwich panel, rock wool sandwich panel, and PU sandwich panel. The EPS sandwich panel is low cost and very good thermal insulation. The thickness of the sandwich panel is from 50 millimeter to 150 millimeter. Okay, later we will see the samples. For the rock wool sandwich panels, it is very good at fireproof. Their flashing fireproof degree is B1. And the density of the rock wool is 80 kilograms per cubic meter to 120 kilograms per cubic meter. It's very good for fireproof and sound insulation. The fiberglass sandwich panel is also very good at fireproof. But the weight is light. It's easy to transport and installation. For the PU sandwich panels, it is very good at thermal insulation. It's usually used for the cool rooms, poultry house, etc. Okay, let's see the samples. This is rock wool sandwich panel. They have heavy dimension, heavy density. The thickness of the color steel is usually 0.4 and 0.5 millimeter. Here you can see there is a PU at the edge. It's very strong for connection. Okay. For this one, it is a fiberglass. It is golden color. The density is little light. They can be also the surface can be also a little corrugated or the smooth. The big one is the PU sandwich panel. This is very good at thermal insulation. The PU sandwich panel is also in higher price. If you have a good insulation request, you can use the PU sandwich panel. For the main process, we have introduced the from beginning to the end. Now we briefly introduce the structure of the steel parts of our steel structure. Usually, the steel buildings made of the columns, beams, purlins, wall panel, and roof panel, windows, and doors. For the columns and beams, we use 8-section steel usually. Sometimes we also use rectangle steel tube or square tube. For the doors, we usually use the centimeter sliding door or rolling door. For the windows, we can use PVC frame windows or aluminum frame windows. They have also the anchor bolts to connect the foundation. Okay.
You can see our factory is very busy. They are currently in process.
Okay, next we'll attention you again to welcome to click our links to ask questions. And if you can place the order before August the 31st, we can give you $1,000 discount.
What you can see is our finished steel. They are fresh. They are fresh. So these orders are currently in process. This area is for the project of steel structure is for our Canada project, and the other area of steel structure project is for our Panama project. Okay, let's check if there are some questions. Okay, if you have any questions, please leave your message.
Okay, we find a customer asked a question. Do you offer guiding installation on the overseas? Yes, we can send our engineers to at a local construction place to guide the installation. If you need, we can also send our construction team. That's very quick and save cost.
Another question is, do you accept container loading inspection? Yes, you are welcome to send an inspector, not only for the container loading, but any time during the production time.
Okay, another question. If we decide to get a building, what will be the procedure? Okay, first we can talk with you on the steel buildings according to your request, such as length, width, height, materials for the wall, roof, your local snow load, and wind speed. We will give you a full detailed quotation and send you a same drawing, such as layout, a vertical drawing, and a cut drawing. If you can confirm it, we will go to the next, and you make the deposit. When we receive your deposit, we will start to produce and get your payment for the balance payment. Then we'll make the shipment. If you need the installation service, we can send engineers or other services.
Okay. If you have any questions, please contact us without hesitation and leave your message. We will reply you as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you for following us and see our live broadcast. See you next time.
Thanks for your time.
Bye bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye bye.